Hello, everyone. My name is Basma. I'm an Enrollment Services Advisor with the Office of the Registrar. Welcome to University 101s with Professor Rex. In this webinar, we will be talking about Open Studies 101. Before we get started, I would like to acknowledge the traditional territories of the people of the Treaty 7 region in southern Alberta, which includes the Blackfoot Confederacy comprising the Siksika, Piikani, and Kainai First Nations, as well as the Tsuut'ina First Nation and the Stoney Nakoda, including the Chiniki, Bearspaw, and Wesley First Nations. The city of Calgary is also home to Métis Nation of Alberta, Region 3. So for this webinar, I will be talking about some of the common terms that are useful for Open Studies students. I will also explain you the role of Enrollment Services as we are considered your home faculty when you are enrolled into Open Studies. I will be helping you navigate common registration issues which are faced by Open Studies students, guiding you about how you can connect with Exploratory Advising if you have concerns about what courses you should be taking as an Open Studies student, as well as considerations of transferring into a degree program after being admitted into Open Studies. Lastly, we will go over some of the resources that are available for Open Studies students in case you have questions after this webinar. So what is exactly Open Studies? The way I like to describe it is studying what you love is basically what Open Studies is. It essentially means that you can study whatever you love without the constraints of a degree program. If you are enrolled into Open Studies, you are eligible to take university credit courses without being admitted into any degree program. This can look different for different kinds of students. Mostly what I see as an advisor is students um, recently graduated from high school and are interested into taking Open Studies courses because they're not yet sure about what they should be studying in university. But I will show you in the coming slides what are the different streams that we offer for Open Studies and the different students who might be interested in those. If you want to know the key application deadlines for Open Studies, I have the link here. Feel free to check our website about Open Studies and look at the different deadlines that are posted there. Each semester has its own deadline for Open Studies admission, so make sure you're staying on top of those deadlines. So now coming to streams within Open Studies. So we have the degree holder stream. This is for students who previously hold a university degree. Sometimes students after graduating still feel like they want to keep taking courses or they want to still explore other interests that they might have. They can join this stream and still take university credit courses. If you are enrolled in the degree holder stream, you can take up to 6 3-unit courses per term. The biggest thing to keep in mind about this is the maximum number of courses does change for fall and winter semester as compared to spring and summer terms. So if you are in the stream and you're not sure how many courses you can take, feel free to give Enrollment Services a call and we can answer your questions associated to that. The other stream that we have is a non-degree holder stream. So this is what I was just talking about. If you're a recent graduate from high school and you want to be enrolled in Open Studies, this is the stream that you would be applying for. For this particular stream, you do not need to have a previous degree. And if you are enrolled in the non-degree holders stream, you can take up to 4 3-unit courses per term to a maximum of 12 3-unit courses. Again, this is different for fall and winter versus spring and summer. Moving on with more streams within Open Studies, we have the visiting students stream. So the flexibility of Open Studies program really allows students from other institutions to take courses at the University of Calgary as well. So if you are a student who's completing their education currently at another post-secondary institution, but you're interested in taking some courses with the University of Calgary, you can join the visiting students stream. For this particular stream, you will need a letter of support from a University of Calgary researcher, and then you can join the visiting student researcher stream. The next stream within Open Studies is the dual credit stream. So if you're a high school student who wants to get an early start into their post-secondary experience, you can definitely participate in the dual credit stream. So for this particular stream, you would need a recommendation from a participating department. We have something with the Faculty of Science called the Young Scientists Program. If you participate in it, you can be completing your high school courses, and at the same time, you can be taking post-secondary credits, which is a very exciting program. And I wish I participated in it when I was a student because it sounds really fun. Okay, so now that you know about the different streams within Open Studies, and hopefully you're thinking that you have been admitted into Open Studies into the right stream that you needed, how do you register for the courses that you need? So we'll take a look at that. There are essentially 4 steps in Open Studies registration, and this is essentially pretty much the same steps that a student who has been admitted into a degree program would be following as well. A few differences here and there, especially in step 3, which is obtaining approvals, which I'll get into in detail. But the 4 steps are: number 1, choosing your courses; number 2, checking the prerequisites for your courses; number 3, obtaining approvals; and lastly, enrolling in the courses that you need. So let's look at step 1 in detail, which is choosing your courses. I will explore this a little bit more towards the end of this presentation, but this step is assuming that you know what course you need to take as an Open Studies student. If that is the case, you will log into your My U of C portal. If you're not sure about those steps, we will be doing a registration 101 webinar, and we will be going in very much detail of registration. So please consider attending that webinar or watching a recording of that webinar as well. But for now, let's say that the student clicked course search, they knew the courses that they needed. This is the screen that will pop up afterwards. You need to put the term that you're planning to register in. So if it's fall 2022, you'll enter that, enter the subject. For example, it could be math, enter the code, which is 211, and then hit search. That will populate a screen with the particular course that you just hit the search icon for. The other way, if you don't want to use the course search button, is Schedule Builder. You can do the same thing, click Schedule Builder and type in the course that you need, and it will populate the course for you below that. It's really up to you which you want to use. As I said in our registration webinar, we will go over the pros and cons of using course search versus Schedule Builder, but it really comes down to preference. If you want to see all your classes at the same spot, Schedule Builder is your could be your preferred choice, but if you want to do one at a time, then course search could be for you. So now that you have selected the course that you need to check the prerequisites for that one. So for this particular student, they searched for Math 211. If they click on this blue link for Math 211, it could be red or blue. I'm not sure depending upon which screen you're looking at. But essentially, if you click on it, it's going to show you the details of the class. It will tell you the prerequisites for Math 211. So this is the section that you're reading. In this case, it's telling us it's Math 30-1 or Math 2. So it is a high school prerequisite that this class requires. This screen is also going to give you other information about the class. For instance, is it going to be web-based, or who's teaching the class, the timing of the class, the days, things like that. So I really like looking at the details of the class every time when I, as a student, was registering for courses. So coming to the schedule builder screen, it's the same thing. Once you search for the class, a little blurb will come below the class with its description as well as the prerequisites that are needed for this course. You can select, you can read the prerequisites and of course find the information that you need. Coming to step number 3, which is obtaining approvals. So that is where it's a little bit different than degree holder students for Open Studies. Not degree holders, sorry, students who are participating in a degree program versus students in an Open Studies program. Sometimes you do need permission from different areas, depending upon what kind of permission you're asking in order to enroll in a course. This could look like permission from faculty. It could also look like permission from the admissions team or enrollment services in order to take a particular class that you need. So I'll show you examples of that now. So let's say you wanted to take Math 2-on-1, which was the student example that we were just discussing. But for some reason, the Math 30-1 prerequisite was not posted on your file. Even if you took it in high school, it wasn't reflected on your account. So when you tried registering for the course, the system told you, oh, you are not meeting the prerequisites criteria, so I can't enroll you. If that's the case, you would be speaking with Enrollment Services. Our number is listed here. You just need to give us a call and we'll sort of troubleshoot from there. This is accurate if you hold a Canadian high school credit or a continuing education credit for that high school course. In addition to that, if you have an international high school credit and you're participating in the Open Studies program and that high school credit from the international institution is not posted, again, you can give us a call, we can troubleshoot. The only time you would have to speak with faculty is when we're dealing with a university credit. So this could probably be true for degree holder students or also students who are attending another university, but they're coming to U of C just as a visiting student. In that scenario, let's say you're taking a 300 or a 400 level course, but it's not identifying the 200 level course that you took in another institution. So that's considered a university level credit. You would be speaking with the faculty that you wish to take the course in. So if it was math, you would be speaking with the faculty of science and they can troubleshoot from there. Typically, I think my understanding is that it looks like more so just speaking with them and showing them the course outline if you took the course at another institution and not University of Calgary, and then the advisor can guide you from there. The last step, which is enrolling in the course, you just need to select the course. As I said, there are a few steps that we'll be covering in the registration webinar, but selecting the course adds it into your shopping cart. And once you verify your shopping cart, you just need to click enroll and you're registered into the course. Same for our schedule builder. You'll click on get this schedule, and I believe it says do actions. And once you click that, it's going to enroll you into the course. So we discussed what Open Studies is. We talked about the different streams within Open Studies, and once you're accepted into Open Studies, how you can register for courses. But I kind of glanced over how do you know what courses you need to take part. So that is where Exploratory Advising comes in. If you're not sure about what courses to take as an Open Studies student, this could be an example of a recent high school graduate who doesn't know which degree program they want to eventually end up in. So for now, they're in Open Studies, but again, don't know what courses to take. Exploratory Advising can be a great resource for them. We have academic specialists there that who can really help you find the right degree program for you, as well as help you choose the right courses while you are in Open Studies. And then of course, if you're in general part of any of the other streams and not sure about what courses to take, you can still speak with Exploratory Advising. I've got the link for their website here. You can search for their website and you'll find there's a link there to book an appointment. And once you book an appointment with our exploratory advisors, they can guide you what your next steps should be and help you find the right course for you. In addition to that, I also mentioned at the start of this webinar that Enrollment Services is considered your home faculty when you're in Open Studies, just because you're not part of a degree program. So there's really no other faculty that can be your home faculty. So Enrollment Services is basically there to support you. As your home faculty, we can answer your questions related to registration. Again, we wouldn't tell you what course to take, but we can help you troubleshoot registration, especially when I talked about those prerequisite posting in high school credits posting and things like that, sort of prerequisite troubleshooting part that I just discussed. So we can help you with inquiries related to registration, kind of troubleshooting. We can also talk to you about your fees. If you're considering applying for loans, we can support you for that. If you have any external verification forms as an open studies student, you can call us and we can help you get those forms filled. And of course, if you have any other questions and you're not sure who will be the right person to ask those questions, feel free to connect with us and we can support you. As we discussed, Canadian high school prerequisites, you would call us to discuss those. International high school prerequisites, you would be calling us to discuss those and hopefully get them posted on your account as well. How do you connect with us? So I've been telling you to connect with Enrollment Services for so many questions, but how do you actually do it? I've mentioned our number multiple times. That's the best way to connect with us. Just give us a call. You'll speak with an advisor and hopefully you will know your next steps and hopefully you will have a resolution for your concern. We also have web-based live chat. I'll talk more about it towards the end, but you can certainly talk with our chatbot Rex, and Rex can guide you about different resources that we already have on our website for you. And I've put the QR code for our website here in case you're interested in just scanning this and going right to our landing page on the website. In addition to that, if you are part of the stream who needs support from faculty to get into a course, you can use this link to go over faculty advising page. We have one page that lists the contact information for every single faculty. So you can find their contact information here and connect with them if you need their approval to take a course. And then lastly, my favorite resource, which is our Open Studies Guide. It's posted on the Registrar's Office website. It's a great guide. Everything that I talked about today in this webinar is mentioned in the guide. So if you missed anything, feel free to look at this guide. And it's a great resource. It also has the contact information links that I've been sharing so far, and it can take you to that faculty advising page or to any other resource that I have mentioned in this webinar. So please take the time to check this out if you are considering applying for open studies or if you are a current open studies student. And then once again, I would like to end the webinar with ways to connect with us. I've been talking about our phone number, which is 403-210-7625. Posted the QR code again in case you wanted to just directly go to our website and scan it and sort of just speak to us and find a way to speak to us. For hours of operation, again, we update our website for our current hours of operation. So I'll recommend checking those before giving us a call. In addition to that, we also offer in-person or virtual appointments. So if you're not within Canada and you still want to speak with Enrollment Services, feel free to book a virtual appointment with us. We also offer service requests, which is a tab within your My U of C portal. We kind of use it if you have any queries related to getting a form filled or anything else. Feel free to submit a service request and we can answer your question there. And then, as I mentioned, the Rex chatbot is there. If you're not able to find a link on our website or any of the links that I even mentioned in today's webinar, feel free to ask Rex. Rex can answer your questions there too. With that, thank you so much for listening to this presentation today. If you do have additional questions, feel free to connect with us and hopefully you do watch the rest of our webinars as we host them. Thank you.